Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Cigar Lounge. I am Aaron Paoletta and this is John Hunter. Change it up a little bit for that one. And today we're going to be doing one that I think is a rare treat that I just happily came across in one of the stores that I went to. I think it's a hidden gem. Not a lot of people maybe know about it, at least around here they don't. And this one's the Asylum 13. And I'll be 100% honest with you. The only reason I even grabbed this is because it said Asylum.
Yeah.
And it was a black label with like mini skulls on it. Yeah. That's the only reason I grabbed this one.
This is one of my favorite cigars, and I actually keep one in my humidor. I'll show you here in a minute, which we carry those for sale.
Just so you know, he means humidor.
Yeah. Not
humanor.
I have no teeth. It's hard to pronounce things.
This one though, let me tell you, I thought this was a Maduro wrapper when I first saw this because just of how dark and that sheen that it has on it. But it's actually a Nicaraguan Habano wrapper. Actually, this is Nicaraguan the whole way through. Nicaraguan tobaccos, Nicaraguan fillers, binder, you name it. This is all Nicaraguan, a word that he cannot pronounce. Oh, my label come off already. Perfect. Well-built stick. I think this is a 552. I think. Yeah. I didn't really pay attention to that. End cap looks real nice. You know, some of them end caps are,
yeah,
like you can almost lift it up and peel it off. But this one's, I mean, well built, seamless, very few veins. Smells good. Smells chocolatey.
I want to like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna wait around. It's a little bit of a tighter draw on mine anyway. That's a nice packed cigar. You getting that?
No, I feel like this is going to be a good one.
Got some spice right off the bat.
It goes in and out. This is, like I said, this is one of my favorite cigars.
Yeah, that spice kind of hits you though, right on the front of the tongue. It's not like one of them spices we've had. What was that? What the hell was that episode we did where that spice? I actually coughed. That spice hit me so hard. What was that one? I don't even remember what that one was. It wasn't like that where that spice just like engulfed all the taste buds in my mouth. This one, I can feel it on the tip of my tongue, but that's really the extent of where that spice is at. But there's some good notes of some cocoa, like some chocolate in there. That draw is actually really hard. Unless I've got an older one than you. I have been aging this for a little bit though.
Yeah, that could be.
I mean, it could just be a little dry. No, it's got some sponge to it. But I mean, the aroma of this before I lit it, you could definitely tell that it had that cocoa, that slight leather. I'm a huge fan of cigars that have that leather taste. I carry leather bags. I have all leather effects. Why not smoke leather as well?
I mean, I'm getting a little bit of the leather. To me, this has a very unique flavor and taste, and I'm not getting that heavy draw. It's a little bit heavier than I'd like it to be.
Thick. It's just, it's not quite that golf ball through a garden hose, but it's clogged is what it feels like. I mean, it's tasty though, but it's definitely going to be a slow burning cigar. Normally when your draw is like that, where it's a little bit harder to draw through, it's going to take you a little while, which is fine because actually what was that? My weekly cigar with Mr. K. Oh, the Purple Rain, the Opus Purple Rain, that took like 3 hours. And it was only maybe 7 inches long. It was just like maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches longer than this one. But it wasn't that round. I mean, maybe the size of a dime. Penny at the most. But it was just very well packed. Well, this is your favorite. Why don't you tell them about it a little bit?
Um,
What else are you picking up in it? Because I'm only getting that cocoa and that leather and that slight spice.
I mean, obviously the cocoa, the leather is there. It's to me, this is an all around the single flavor, the overall. When you hit, it has like I said, a very unique to this cigar specifically that I haven't tasted in any other cigar.
That's a new word. Specifically.
Oh, fuck off.
Specifically.
Yeah.
I can't leave him alone. That's it's become part of this show. You mispronounce shit, I make fun of you. And I'm sure that there's people out there watching that are also going, what the fuck did he just say?
Yeah.
Pacifically speaking.
Well, shit happens.
No, I had quite a few of these in my humidor. I didn't really take them around very often, but if people came over for a poker night or something, I'd definitely give these out. These were actually pretty tasty.
Like I said, this is my traveling humidor, and here we go, another Asylum. I carry a little bit bigger gauge, and the different sizes
what is that, a 660?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big boy. You need a bigger cutter to get around that thing.
Yeah, I've tried the 680.
Oh, dude, I remember you bringing that thing in. That was like a mini baseball bat.
Yeah, it was.
That thing had to have been a silver dollar.
Yeah, it was a little much. And when I seen it, I was like a little reluctant to try it because of the size. But I mean, it was just too big.
Arturo Fuente, actually, Mr. K showed me a picture of this. Arturo Fuente came out with a cigar that they called the Football. Mm-hmm. Now, I thought that was just the name of it. I'm like, well, that's pretty odd that Arturo Fuente would create something called the Football. It looked like a football. I mean, it was seriously a mini football. I'd say maybe 5-6 inches long.
Yeah, and
it was about that round.
Oh wow!
At the biggest width of it, and it was $1,200.
That's a hefty price, bud.
You think?
Yeah.
Now, before we go to our sponsor, wow, that creeped up on us pretty quick. That first sponsor break. Let me get into my weekly session with Mr. K. I've already covered that one. Let's see here. This is a Tatui.
A Tatui?
Tatui. That's how I'm going to pronounce it because I don't even know how to pronounce this bitch. Okay. This is a regular one. He also gave me one that was a Halloween edition, which I have yet to smoke. That will end up going in here as well. But he gave me... No, we didn't smoke this one together. He actually just gave me this one. My quick thoughts on it. It had some really phenomenal earthy tones, some underlying spice in the first third. The second third, the earthy flavor just intensified by like 10. I mean, it amped up right now. Yeah. It was not, when you took a draw, you felt like it was there.
Yeah.
Where the spice kind of laid low in that. Actually, I would call it the third position because it was real faint. And then when I got into my final third, the spice kind of died off a little bit. And then all of a sudden, a straw or a hay kind of appeared in that final third, which was really odd to have that come into play. No. But that was actually a really good one. Not as good as some of those opuses that he gave me, but that was good there. We are going to take our first sponsor break here. When we come back, what do you got? You were going to talk about Asylum itself. Yep. More information on Asylum, at least the cigar and the makers, when we come back after these short messages.
The Cigar Lounge is sponsored in part by Rockstar Divisions. Get yourself the Rockstar treatment today. We offer lawn care, landscaping, tree services, and leaf removal. Whether it's spring, summer, or fall, we have the services for you. Give us a call today, 724-605-5135, and get the Rockstar treatment that you deserve. La Vega Cigar Company by Aaron Paoletta, brought to you today by Wurby Films. Get your La Vega cigar today. Choose from the Il Primo or the Il Segundo, sold exclusively by Wurby Films and the Cigar Lounge Cigar Show.
Weege Photography believes in all your adventures. From graduating seniors to capturing the magic of your wedding day, to corporate events and restaurant openings, and everything in between. Weege Photography is here to tell your story. Photographer Alexa Paoletta believes in a simple approach, that no vision, dream, or memory to be made magic should ever be out of reach. For more information, visit weegeworks.com.
Welcome back, everyone. We're going to get right into information about Asylum, or at least this particular cigar here that we have today. And you've got some information on that and the company itself, correct?
Yep.
Have at it.
I couldn't find too much on why the Asylum name, and I will get back to you
Right,
on
because
that.
they're nuts.
Yeah, probably. I mean, they got a little bit of a sick humor, I would say. But the company was founded in 2012. And our last episode, I was reading off the 2020s, and we were talking about the CLE, and I thought it was Cleveland. It is not Cleveland. It is the guy's initials. And we all know I can't pronounce things very well, so I'm not even going to attempt this one. But those are his initials, CLE.
I think our viewers have come to enjoy that. So why don't you attempt?
I didn't write it down.
Oh,
I knew,
wow, he's that determined to not read it.
Well, I showed you his first name, and when you were like,
"Oh, is that the one?" I said, "Oh, I have no idea."
Yeah, so when I'm not the only one who's like,
we need to get a linguist in here.
Yeah, that would work. Siege, can we get one?
See, what he called you, Siege?
See,
Weege.
We'll work on it.
We'll work on it. All right, give me some info.
The company was started in Honduras. So this is all based out of Honduras. The CLE Company, they have different lines. And the Asylum is their biggest line of cigars. And the Asylum 13, I don't even know if this is like a black label or whatever. Or I think these just go by their sizes. You know what I mean? And
no, there is an Asylum 13 that I believe it had a white label on it.
Yeah, well, there are many different ones, but I think...
Well, these are...
Yeah.
Here's black.
But it doesn't say anything other than, I think this is just pure Asylum 13. And there are many different lines of it. They do make one that's...
Oh, so you're saying this is the Asylum 13 line. They make different editions of it.
Yeah. They make one that's 3 different wrappers. It looks like a barber pole.
It's barber pole.
Yeah.
We actually have a barber pole coming up in this season, later in the season. It's the Filthy Hooligan, I believe.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
I've had one before. I only had one.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
What else did I get on there?
I don't know. Tell me.
The guy started this company specifically just because he loves cigars. He literally was making them on his own.
Amen to that.
And the agenda of his wasn't really to make a big company. It was to just have his own handmade cigars, and it grew into what it is today.
Speaking of handmade cigars, you actually asked me if I was going to put my cigars on here. I have 2 lines. I have the El Primo and the El Segundo. They are both out. I will not be reviewing those. I'm not going to review my own cigar. I'm the one who picked them. But maybe going into the second season, we should bring a special guest on to do that.
All right, that sounds like a great idea.
Because that's conflict of interest for me. I'm not going to review. Oh, this is the best cigar in the world. Yeah, you want to get it? No, that's stupid. I'm not going to do that.
All right.
But those are out. Check the website. You can actually pick those up. What other info you got?
I didn't get much this time. I didn't have much time to really research them. I had some things going on this week and last week, so I apologize for my illiterate. I got that one.
Illiteracy.
Well, you knew what I meant. But yeah.
Well, since you ain't got no more information on that, I'm gonna give a little information on this. For my palate, the leather just completely swooped and took over the primary position. Which it was a little weird because for a while there it was that cocoa all the way. That chocolate flavor was just running this thing, but that chocolate kind of faded into. I'd say when I talk about the different positions, the primary, the first position, that's the one that you get as soon as you pull that thing in and it hits your tongue. The second will be like halfway back through your tongue, and the third will be the back of your palate, right before it goes down your gullet.
And
I'm going to say
there are some cigars where like you literally can almost feel the different flavors, and it's like you said, your whole mouth, front, back, your tongue, It's
Yeah, I'll tell you another one that really did that. It was just in a very bad way. Was that punch signature? I need you to try that punch signature so you know what I'm talking about.
yeah. I would try anything once.
Ah, okay. You say that now until you light into that thing. But you know what? Maybe you'll like. Oh, you don't like intense cigars, do you?
I don't know. I'm not gonna say I don't. There's some intense cigars that I'm like I've started and got maybe a couple hits into it and was like, no, this ain't for me, and just put it down.
Yeah. Well, that punch signature was one of those for me. I finally figured out that I'm more of the medium, not medium light, medium bold flavor profile.
Yeah.
That's about where I'm at with cigars. Where a good friend of mine, a fellow Mason brother, he likes light cigars. Like even this would be too much for him. He is just not a fan of anything
No,
thick.
I'm not a fan of the real heavy cigars.
I suppose for me it depends on how many you smoking in a day.
Yeah,
If you're a 4, 5, 6 cigar a day smoker, you need to lay onto them light ones because what's going to happen is you're gonna
sick.
flood yourself out and you're gonna make yourself sick.
yeah.
Cigar sickness, Nick sick. And we did talk about it on a previous episode. It is a thing. It hit me. Just too many or too bold, too much at one time. Like the more you hit on this thing, the more it kind of burns the nicotine and it seeps into the pores of your tongue and inside your mouth, and it just you swallow it and then it just makes you sick to your stomach.
I think I was reading somewhere that a cigar has 100 to 200 milligrams or micrograms
Be milligrams.
of nicotine in them, but a
Jesus.
cigarette only has like 60.
Yeah, but a cigarette is designed to smoke right now.
Yeah, but you inhale it too. You don't inhale it. So, like when you smoke a cigar, you don't inhale it.
You're still getting that nicotine.
You get it, but you don't get that full punch.
If you ever, I know you have because you've done it here.
I think we both did it on one episode where we both accidentally inhaled.
It's enough to choke you.
Yeah,
I mean, it's seriously enough to knock you out. It's just, don't inhale it. And if you do, kudos to you.
As we're talking about it, I probably will accidentally do that. Just because.
Yeah, but you're a smoker, though.
Yeah.
See, I quit smoking 15, 16 years ago, and I quit vaping 8, 9 months ago.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, them few times that I have inhaled one of these, it's just habit. You draw, you inhale. Only with a cigar, you cough and you die.
Yeah, you cough your lungs out.
Literally, chunks of lung come flying out. We're gonna roll into our last break as of right now, and when we come back, we've got 2020. We will never not have 2020s in 2021. We have so many 2020s that were released that, in my opinion, came under the radar. Like I didn't even know about these damn things.
Yeah.
So we'll be reading off the 2020s. I've got a few 2021s that we're going to bring into the mix, and then some final thoughts, see where we're at with these, what the flavor's doing. But that's what we got coming up. So we'll be right back. Stay with us.
The Cigar Lounge is sponsored in part by Rockstar Divisions. Get yourself the Rockstar treatment today. We offer lawn care, landscaping, tree services, and leaf removal. Whether it's spring, summer, or fall, we have the services for you. Give us a call today, 724-605-5135, and get the Rockstar treatment that you deserve. La Vega Cigar Company by Aaron Paoletta, brought to you today by Wurby Films. Get your La Vega cigar today. Choose from the Il Primo or the Il Segundo, sold exclusively by Wurby Films and the Cigar Lounge Cigar Show.
Weege Photography believes in all your adventures. From graduating seniors to capturing the magic of your wedding day to corporate events and restaurant openings and everything in between. Weege Photography is here to tell your story. Photographer Alexa Paoletta believes in a simple approach, that no vision, dream, or memory to be made magic should ever be out of reach. For more information, visit weegeworks.com.
Welcome back, guys. We're going to go immediately into the 2020s, but I want to say one short thing about this. It is still the same profile as before the break. That leather is standing out front. That chocolate's underneath, and that spice that I initially tasted, gone.
Yeah. I'm getting a very slight spice. Just or just around. You know, it's nothing crazy, and it puts a nice touch on the cigar. It's burning very well. Like I said, this is one of my favorite cigars. I always keep one with me. And
Well, good. Well, hit them 2020s because I know you got a lot of them.
oh yeah. Black Label Trading Company, Super Deluxe, the PD Corona. That is a limited edition, released in 9 of 20. Nicaraguan. Nicaragua. Wow. I've tried to practice how to say these words, and it just don't work. But I'm sure by now you guys know what I'm trying to say.
I'm gonna call my old speech teacher, and I'm gonna have him come in here and hook you up
Sounds good.
with how to say your words.
Yeah. Another one from the Black Label Trading Company, the Super Deluxe Robusto. That's also a limited edition. I've never heard of Black Label, have you?
Yes, never had one.
Have you heard anything good about them? Bad?
I've just heard him in passing. I've heard him in conversation.
Okay.
Another buddy of mine, he was talking about. Actually, you might know Kyle. He was the one talking about him.
Okay.
But
Never
never actually had one myself. But we can add it to that massive list of ones we want to try.
Yeah. Blackworks Studio has 1, 2, 3, 4 out in November. The Killer Bee Swarm, SNR Corona Gorda, and the SNR Clubra. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. It's probably not what it is, so just look up Blackworks Studios. That didn't ring any bells for you.
Bills?
I said bells, damn it.
Weege, need a word on that. What was said? Oh, wasn't listening. You know what? Email. Hold on, we're on this episode. Email in. Did he say bills or bells? We want to know what you think. Go on to the next one.
Alrighty. Blackbird. Adalia? We'll go with that. 108. Blackbird. I've never even heard of Blackbird. That is a new line. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that one. Sounds interesting. Blackbird.
Well, you looked into that Viking one.
Yeah.
Found out they were relatively new. No,
Yeah.
actually extremely new. That was at 2019.
Yeah, June of 2019. They were official to be distributed everywhere. They were they're called the Cigar Daily.
Oh, that's the one with
in New York. So
So they were like a podcast.
Yeah, but they had their own shop, and their own cigars were in their own shop. And June 19 is when they were able to branch off and go everywhere else. Blend 15 by AJ Fernandez Robusto. Another one by Blend 15 by AJ Fernandez Short Robusto. The Turo. Those are all brand new lines. Released in November, or scheduled to be released in November. We'll have to look into see if those are actually produced.
Well, it's not a matter of that's the hard part with some of these.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of if they release it, because sometimes things get delayed. I mean, especially on like these 2021s that I got for you, I can't even give a time of when they're supposed to come out because everything says TBA.
Yeah.
They've announced that they're going to release it, but they haven't given an actual date for it. Sometimes production gets pushed back a little bit. Here's the problem with this list and some of those.
Yeah.
2020 was the year of the COVID. Probably the dumbest year I've ever encountered in the years I've been on this earth. A lot of things got pushed. A lot of things got halted. Some things we're finding are rolling into 2021.
Yeah.
Like in January, they were releasing when they should have released in December. So everything got pushed back. But we do need to look into some of those because we're about to go into our testing phase for next season. So some of those might be worth it. And also it's a matter of finding who the hell has them.
Yeah. I got one more on here. The Bolivar Deliciosos. It's from Cuba. Now this is the first one.
Take your word for it.
Yeah, just take my word for it. It's the only one I've seen so far of all the 2020s that I've gone over. The only one from Cuba. So,
The lines from Cuba or the factories in Cuba?
The factories in Cuba.
Factories in Cuba.
It is a limited edition, and
which means that once they release, they're gone.
yeah, it's
More than likely, especially if Cigar Aficionado gets their hands on it.
Yeah, this one actually is to be determined, to be announced when it's going to be. So it might not even be out yet.
Well, we'll definitely have to look into that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another thing. You guys are keeping up with whether you get the information from us because we get it from Half Wheel, or if you go to Half Wheel yourselves. If anything becomes or is released as a limited edition, and then Cigar Aficionado gets their hands on it, you ain't never gonna find it.
Yeah.
Because once Cigar Aficionado rates at a top whatever in their listing, top 10, top 20, they're gone.
Yep.
And then it'll take a while for them to come back, and then you just luckily find them. And if you happen to find them, scoop them because they'll be worth something. Okay, how about some 2021s?
Sounds good. Wow, that's a short list.
Dude, I got to split these up in between episodes because I only have a couple more papers of 2021s.
Wow.
And I check Half Wheel like 2-3 times a week just to see if they've updated anything. San Cristobal has a Habana 1519. Country that it's coming from is Cuba. Factory is undisclosed. Brand new line. It has been announced. And I'm just going to say this right now so I don't have to keep repeating myself. Everything I'm reading today does not have a release date. It's all to be announced, which is very annoying. Siempre Rosado Churchill. It's coming from Nicaragua. Brand new line. They also have the Robusto, which is a brand new line. And they also have the Toro. Not
Churro.
Do you hear the difference? Toro.
Potato.
Yeah. Potato. And they also have the Toro, all brand new lines, all just... I wish I knew when these things were going to be released. And then the last one I have for today is the Southern Draw Gordo. That one's coming from Nicaragua, brand new line. No date. That's annoying to not have a date on these because you get excited about some of these new ones, like especially those Fuentes. I can't wait for the Fuentes to come out. And them Alec Bradleys, the new ones you read a couple episodes ago. I can't wait for those to come out. Well, you don't give a date on it. How? You know, I don't go to cigar shops all the time.
You might as well not even announce they're coming out until...
Yeah, but I don't have many. And you know, you got to let people know what's coming out because not everybody has time to go to Half Wheel.
Yeah.
It's just annoying.
Yeah,
That's
it
all
is.
I'm saying. It's like, get your shit together. Tell me when these things are coming out. I would definitely like to know. I'm going to end up getting rid of that anyway. Flavor's the same for me. I don't know what yours is doing.
It's, like I said, it stays pretty solid pretty much all the way through. I've noticed that, like, when you get into your different thirds, the flavors kind of rotate.
Yeah, that when it went from the first to the first third to the second third, mine rotated. Same flavor profile, but they just shifted positions. Right now, it's still kind of in the same position as it was before. But that is shit. That's all we got for this particular show. Do you remember what we have coming up next after this one? I don't even remember, and we just nowhere near the schedule itself. But 2 weeks, another episode. We'll see you guys then. Enjoy your smoke.